Welcome to the Drew Dynamite channel. How y'all doing? Pay no mind to the dog creeping out in the back. That's my sister's dog. I'm watching her for the weekend. I also have this dog here who's just chilling out on my lap. If you notice me, like, petting something at crotch level, you know why. So please don't strike down my video, YouTube. Anyway, patch 11.2 is around the corner, and Abomination Limb is dead. It's being removed. Why? Because of raids. I don't know. Because it's a raid buff. What was the reasoning? Hold on. Because Death Grip is a raid buff or something. I don't know.
What?
We're going to go over the biggest changes that I think stand out. We're also going to be looking at what builds I think are going to be best for RBGs and BG Blitz. So let's get into it. Okay, so this is the new talent tree, and everything is subject to change, by the way, so, you know. Looking at the main Death Knight talent tree first, Unholy Ground is gone. It used to be that if you stand in Defile or Death and Decay, your haste increases by 5%. Now it's just a flat-out 2% increase to haste all the time. We're still going to be taking it. Now, since Abomination Limb is gone, it actually frees up 2 talent points because you used to take Subduing Grasp to get to Abomination Limb, but now there's no Abom Limb. You got 2 talent points to spend. So first I would put in Icy Talons, and the second one I would either put it in Gloom Ward or Blood Draw. I'm thinking maybe Gloom Ward, but there's another change. So now that Defile is being changed, and there's also this new talent called Desecrate, which I'll go over in a bit. If I'm not taking Defile, then I'm not taking Grip of the Dead, and I would instead put it in Blood Draw or Gloom Ward if I didn't already take it. Or possibly Assimilation. This also got changed. Now it turns AMZ into a 1-minute cooldown and increases the duration by 2 seconds, excuse me. So, hi, Drew from the future here. Just want to make a quick amendment. AMZ's cooldown was increased to 4 minutes. So Assimilation brings it down to only 3 minutes. So probably not going to take Assimilation. Also, the damage absorption limit was removed. Okay. Back to the video. Rider of the Apocalypse, the talent choices are going to be the same, but one noticeable difference is that for Mossworn Menace, Death and Decay is no longer reduced by 10 seconds. It's now reduced by 5 seconds, so my opinion could change later on. We'll see, but I think this is going to be the base talent tree for both Unholy and Frost. All right, so now moving on to Unholy, we're taking this, this, and this. We gotta take this, and this. We are not taking this, most likely, because this is a new choice node. It increases the crit damage of either your minions or your diseases, and Unholy does not care about crit damage in PvP, so we're not gonna take that one, or at least I'm not. You do whatever you want. Definitely take an Unholy Blight. Also, Plaguebringer and Clawing Shadows are no longer on the same choice node. They are now 2 separate talents, so if you want both, you can. I'm still going to take Plaguebringer over Clawing Shadows. Also, Apocalypse in the patch notes. It doesn't really say here, but in the patch notes, it said that this replaces Dark Transformation, meaning that Dark Transformation and Apocalypse are now 1 spell, basically. So that's less button bloat, I guess. I don't know if PvEers are happy or sad about that, but I think this is a good change for PvP. Definitely gotta take Reaping and Harbinger of Doom, Improved Death Coil, Coil of Devastation, Bursting Sores, and Ebon Fever. Infected Claws. Pestilence was removed, so now you have to take Infected Claws. I mean, you could also take Festering Scythe, but why would you? Okay, we gotta spend 2 more. Okay, so definitely Ghoulish Frenzy. Defile is now a choice node that shares with this new ability called Desecrate. Death and Decay deals 100% more damage and has its cooldown reduced by 10 seconds, and is replaced by Desecrate after it is cast. Consume your D&D and crush your enemies within, dealing 100% of its remaining damage instantly. Applies or bursts first 1 to 2 festering wounds, depending on whether the target is already affected by festering wounds. Grants you the benefits of standing in Death and Decay. So it looks like for PvP, they want people to use Desecrate. Personally, I never liked the Defile build. I ran it anyway because it was still effective, but between Defile's cooldown being increased and Unholy Ground being gone, so we don't even need Defile or Death and Decay anymore to have increased haste. We just have a flat-out 2% haste increase all the time. So I think if anything, I would probably take Desecrate if I'm going into that choice node. If not, then I would put it in either Rotten Touch, or possibly All Will Serve. This was also changed. From the looks of it, it's going to be doing more damage. It used to just summon a little guy that shoots arrows. Now it does additional damage. I think it also got a new model. And when consuming Sun and Doom, your death coil commands your archer to fire an additional blighted arrow at 80% effectiveness. Epidemic will instead cause blighted arrow to ricochet and hit up to 5 additional targets. I don't know if it's gonna do enough damage to warrant taking it, but it's something to be mindful of. Definitely gonna take Death Rot because we need it to get to Super Strain. I still think the dot build is gonna be best for Unholy in PvP. Definitely take an Army of the Dead, Festermite, and Unholy Assault. We have another new ability. Raise Abomination is now sharing a choice node with Legion of Souls. It's an AoE that applies festering wounds to everyone around you for 12 seconds, and it grants you the benefits of standing in D&D, but I don't think that matters with Unholy Ground gone, so I think we're still gonna stick with Raise Abomination. That leaves us 1 spare talent point, so I would put it in either Rotten Touch or Doomed Bidding. I think I'm gonna put in Rotten Touch. Or if I don't run Desecrate, then that gives me another free talent point, so I could put it in All Will Serve, I could put it in Doomed Bidding, I could put it in maybe Clawing Shadows. I think I'm still gonna run the same PvP talents, but I might consider Necromancer's Bargain. If I understand this right, since both Apocalypse and Dark Transformation are becoming 1 spell, that means it reduces the cooldown from 45 seconds to 30 seconds for both abilities. So yeah, I'll come out with a guide when the next season comes out. Yeah, so this is the preliminary build for Unholy DK Season 3. Abomination Limb being gone, it hurts a little bit because I like grouping everyone in BG Blitz and RBGs and causing this giant blender of pain, but honestly, it's not that big of a nerf to Unholy. Now to Frost, that's a different story, which I'm going to explain in a minute. But yeah, Abom Limb was nerfed so many times that it kind of softened the blow when they finally announced that they were removing it, so it's whatever. And now we're on to Frost. So the main class talent tree, that's going to be the same as Unholy. Ride of the Apocalypse talent tree, it's still going to be the same. Deathbringer also saw some buffs, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The honor talents are staying the same. So losing Abomination Limb hurts Frost DK more than it does Unholy because of this talent. Death's Cold Embrace has been the must-have PvP talent for Frost ever since it came out. You cast this giant remorseless winner, it does a lot of damage, but at the cost of your movement speed. You're basically RP walking, and if you don't have Death's Advance or Death Charge up, then someone could knock you away, and you gotta save your Death Grips to pull people back in if they run out, or if you always got to pair it with Death's Advance, and I hate it. I don't like it.
This just sucks!
It's fun when you catch them, but it's just very inconvenient. And it's so inconvenient, you have to put in a macro to cancel your burst. How many classes have a macro that cancels their burst? I don't like it. I would much rather this talent do less damage if it meant I could move at normal movement speed. I don't know how many other people feel the same way, but that's how I feel. Anyway, for one thing, Chill Streak is gone, which I am not sad about. I never liked Chill Streak. Horn of Winter is also gone, which who cares? Empower Rune Weapon got changed. Now it's on a 30 seconds cooldown and it has 2 charges. It deals Shadow Frost damage and it gives you 40 runic power and grants you Killing Machine. Consuming Rhyme also reduces the cooldown of a power rune weapon by 6 seconds. So we're going to be casting this a lot. I don't know if it's on the GCD or not. If it's off the GCD, you could probably make a macro to combine this with Obliterate. That would be nice. Because we're still running Death's Cold Embrace, we do want talents that buff Remorseless Winter. So in this new talent tree, we have to take Frost Scythe. This new talent, Frozen Dominion, also casts Remorseless Winter when you use Pillar of Frost, and you get a stack of mastery for each enemy you hit. What other notable changes? There's this new talent, Runic Command. I would like to take it, not for the runic power increase, but the runic regeneration rate increase. I'm basically running the same build here, or a similar build, where you have a buffed up Remorseless Winter, you're also applying Razor Ice, and at 5 stacks, you blow it up to do more damage. There's this new talent down here. Each foe struck with Glacial Advance has a chance to transform your next Frost Strike into Frost Bane. The chance increases with the number of Razor Ice stacks on the target. Starts a Frozen Onslaught that strikes twice, unleashing the chilling essence of winter. Ooh. Dealing frost damage to all enemies caught in its wake with each strike. Each enemy struck reduces the damage dealt to the next foe, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if we're going to take that. We might. Hyperpyrexia, I still think we're going to take that. Breath of Sindragosa was also changed. At first, they made it look like the Evoker's Fire Breath ability, where you charge it and you can either let it go at level 1, level 2, or level 3. Then after some feedback, they changed it to this, where it's just AoE damage and a frontal cone on a 90-second cooldown. And using up Killing Machine or Rhyme increases the duration. We might take this, but I'm not sure what I would give up for it. But, you know, again, this is all speculation, and everything is subject to change. We'll see later on. So losing Abom Limb definitely hurts Frost more than it does Unholy, because having one less grip ability to bring people in your giant remorseless winner is it sucks. But who knows, maybe they'll redesign Death's Cold Embrace or redesign Frost DK, or maybe we'll get Abomination Limb back someday. Like they removed Ray's Abomination in Dragonflight and then gave it back to us in the War Within, so maybe they'll have Abomination Limb return as a PvP talent or something, I don't know. And I guess I'll go over Blood real quick. The only thing about Blood that really stood out to me was that their death grip got a little bit nerfed. If a player is death gripped 3 times within 30 seconds by a Blood DK, they become immune to death grip for 30 seconds. They also added in this new PvP talent called the Price of Progress. It replaces Death's Advance. You sacrifice 1% of your health every 1 second, and in exchange, you cannot be slowed below 90% of normal speed, and you're immune to forced movement effects, and knockbacks last until canceled. So it replaces Death's Advance. I don't think it has a cooldown. I think you just cast it and uncast it whenever you want. In the patch notes, they said that they prefer tanks carry flags, so I think that's what they're going with this new talent. And I think that's it. What do you guys think? Personally, I would prefer to not play Defile anymore, and I don't even really feel too crazy about playing Desecrate, but I think it's, even if I have to play Desecrate, I still think it's a step up from Defile. I'm not too torn up about losing Abomination Limb because I'm kind of psyched about getting Icy Talons and maybe even Blood Draw and Gloom Ward, so I'll be a little bit more tanky. I haven't played Frost nearly as much as Unholy this whole season and last season, so I think it's going to be the case again in Season 3, but we'll see. What do you guys think? Are you going to miss Abomination Limb? Do you think it's going to come back at some point like Ray's Abom did? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a pleasant evening, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.